Couldn't have said it better myself. Sound like I just said it. I'm like, man, did I just say that? Did that just come out of my mouth? Because that's the motto I follow. Man, like I tell people over and over again about Puffy. He's a shrewd businessman, but he's a businessman. Now, who remembers ENYCE? Do you know the original name for ENYCE is ENYCE? That's what it was really called back in the day. If you was in the 90s, you remember ENYCE, Evan Davis, Lando. They got together and decided to come up with this clothing line. And this was it came out at the right time too. Because in the 96, 97, all those eras where the Carl Kanais and the Dada and all these other clothing lines were coming out for hip hop, it was a thriving business. Now, at this time when, like, say, with all the battles with Fat Farm, Russell Simmons and Fat Farm, Jay-Z, Rockaware, and Sean Combs, Sean John Ware were the three major outlets to survive. Dada was acquired and taken out and absorbed by other companies, and all the other ones started to fall by the wayside, and they was acquisitioned by bigger companies and took payouts, when they realized that, the revenue wasn't coming in the way it was. And basically, you were blackballed in these situations to be pushed out of position. And Liz Claiborne came in and bought out ENYCE. And once that happened, they spent about $114 million, which took ENYCE, a couple of other brands that was called in the Sports Brand International group. So when they bought the group for 114 million, at that point the net worth was estimated and broken down, and they were able to sell it off for like 20 million to Sean John. Puffy came and bought it out in 2008. So now if you look up ENYCE, it's owned by Puffy. Now initially when they came out in 96 and 98, Puff was, getting ready to come out and launch, and he was looking to partner with people when he was coming out with Sean John and doing his thing there. So he was observant to Carl Kanai and everything else in there. So when he come out with Sean John, how it was going to be launched, how it was going to go, and how he wanted to move and maneuver his company and go to other places that these smaller companies wouldn't be able to grasp. But at the same time, he was building up his portfolio by maneuvering in certain ways and making certain business relationships to where he's partnered with people who are progressive thinkers. So he got with Mark Wahlberg, who's a very progressive thinker outside of just being an actor. You guys don't really realize it. He's a very, poised investor, and they link up with this guy Ronald Burkle, who's a private investor. I mean, a private equity firm that he has is one of the best in the world as far as Los Angeles area for leveraging buyouts. They bought out Food for Less, Dominic's Foods, airlines. They buy them out, and if you want something bought, this is the company you go to. They're great at getting it done. Now, with that being said, you're in a situation now where Puffy needed them to acquire or do a leverage a buyout on a business deal that they had that was going on, and they did this company called Aqua Hydrate. And what that is a calorie-free beverage for the professional athletes. Now, they actually have the former president of Fiji Water working for this company as well for Aqua Hydrate. Now, Aqua Hydrate, you guys might not know, but Aqua Hydrate is going to be bought by a major multi-billion-dollar company. So these guys, Mark Wahlberg, Puffy Combs, and Ronald Burkle, are majority holding shareholders in the company. Puffy is going to make anywhere from probably 500 million off this one deal alone. When or if it's absorbed. The calorie-free beverage that they have, that Aqua Hydrate, is sought after. Plus, his film and production company for Revolt Television is netting him some profit, and he's getting it from sponsors as well who wants to advertise on Revolt Television. So Puffy's doing a lot of different things, and I'll tell you another thing about him that's pretty unique. He always keeps his eye and focus on the task at hand. He doesn't get distracted. He always puts the business first. That's just the way he moves. So that's it. I mean, if that don't motivate you to get involved in some business, I don't know what else can get you up in the morning. But shoot, trying to get it like Puff. Putting all these hours in, I got to get it like Puff.